Assalamualaikum, and a very good evening to all. Well, if you must know, today is my birthday. When I took the having a quiet dinner with my family, I chose to come here. Thank you. I should be having a quiet family dinner here, but I chose to come here to say a few things which I've been very passionate about, at least for the last couple of years. Now, much ground has been covered by my distinguished fellow panelists. We have Oxford, Cambridge, and Harvard, and King's of Oxford. And I think I'll just try to fill in some blanks. Maybe because I was there. I've been blogging about it. Some of you may have read my blog. I blog under the name The Ancient Mariner. Not so ancient maybe now, but and I left the port. I've been there for about 30 years. I joined the Crank Authority at the age of 25 in 1973, and in 1999 I went up as a general manager of Westport. I took an early retirement. It was during that times, 1999. I think the management was very glad to see me go. And that was about the same time this whole Port Klang official project started. I remember when I left in 99, Klang Port Authority, which at that time was one of the highest paying tax-paying government agency next to Petronas or whatever. The port had about 2.5 billion ringgit in assets and about 500 million in reserves. Because we all paid very low pay government service, so they managed to save up all this 500 million. Imagine my shock and horror when I read the newspaper after a few years, the port could have utang 5 billion, almost 5 billion, it's 4.6. You know, saat banyak sakit mah. And I couldn't believe what was happening. I think maybe what was not ever mentioned just now, even in 2003, the Auditor General's report had already sounded alarm bells. Now the question to be asked is why was nothing done then? But the port went ahead and spent more and more money, you know. And to talk about this, even this lack of transparencies and whatever. Only yesterday, I happened to see the letter of appointment of the Mega One. And would you believe it was only a single page letter, 3 sentences, like a blank check. There was no agreement. It was just a letter by the general manager. That's it. And then the chief to come up with a 147 million bill for corporate advisory services, which took only about 18 months old. Mana ada saya? You know. Anyway, when I left, I remember the port then had master plans and all that. And I think because of this euphoria about making a lot of money in the port plan pretty soon, everybody forget about a master plan for the port. Okay, thank you. Then makes me look like a karaoke singer now. We talk about fiduciary responsibilities and duties. I have to look up the word in the dictionary. Something about the moral and whatever responsibilities, which is lacking in the sport after I left. Really very painful for me actually. For now, I believe a lot of my former colleagues in the port, they were forced to do things against their principles. Some have to sign checks. If the head of the department refuses to do it, then the second one is second in command, whatever. And then the reason given at the top is the officers agree with me, and that's that, you know. And a few had to resign. And you know, in the government service, when you resign, you lose all your pension benefits and other benefits. This is happening there. So when the question comes whether we do close the port, make it to a new port, Newport Clang Authority is suggested by YB, Tony, maybe we have to rethink about these few people, you know. They were forced to do things like this, and then they are the ones who are suffering right now. And they should have all our sympathy. Now, the details are really the history, you know, what goes on right from start in 1999 and until the final disclosure this year by the Pricewaterhouse report. But I've been blogging about it for the past 2 years, sometimes you know, and talking about it. And a lot of things have come out and they have not been able to explain. But no explanation has been forthcoming, and I believe even in today's The Sun, this well-known journalist named all the names of the Port Klang Authority directors who have been involved. We have had people who are directors of both the Port Klang Resources and Product and also the Port Klang Authority. They cannot for any good measure say that they didn't know what was happening. But I believe that is the answer they are going to give when they are being, you know, being asked this question. And I think we should not be able should not accept it. Some of the points I've already mentioned in my blog, for example, there is a dispute and some quantity, independent quantity surveyors have surveyed. There is a beautiful 4-star hotel there in the middle of the jungle. Yeah? The contractors claim that it cost 90 million, but independent surveyors have said this only cost half that amount. And who are the contractors? Kuala Lumpur, as mentioned before. The other point is decided right now, Tenaga National is one of the stakeholders. Tenaga National is in dispute with Port Authority over the building of an electrical substation. I don't know, X million dollars, but the Tenaga has refused to accept this because they say they refuse to cooperate because they say it should cost less than half what is being offered. So all this, I've been asking what is happening here. You know, a lot of this somehow never come out, and the answers given by the present board of directors in Port Klang Authority, they didn't know what was happening. They were all brand new, and as mentioned by the speakers now, a lot of the chairmen are now professed not to know what has been happening. So, if you ask me again, will X roll? You know, like I was talking to YB Lim, then maybe we should change the government, then only X will roll. And there's I remember a couple of years ago, front page headline in The Sun, one of the newspapers, Port Klang Free Zone, Port Klang PKFZ is disaster zone. A bit harsh in my mind, but to my mind, the real disaster will happen only when the powers that be let the perpetrators of this heinous crime go unpunished. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you very much.